My beloved child, do not turn away from the message that's coming your way. Listen closely to the whispers of hope, for I am with you, even in your darkest moments. You are not abandoned, and you will rise above. Though the world may feel heavy, victory is closer than you think. Stay with me. Don't close this video. Don't scroll away. This moment is no accident. You've been chosen for this. Your spirit knows it. And deep within, your soul is ready for something truly powerful. The time for your transformation has arrived. My child, the enemy has been after your voice. He's been trying to silence you. Not just your words, but your purpose, your praise, your influence, your light. He knows what I placed inside of you. He knows the power that's released when you speak my truth, when you stand in your identity, when you walk in boldness. That's why the attacks have been so personal. That's why the fear has been so loud. That's why the shame has been so heavy. Because the enemy is terrified of what will happen when you finally realize who you really are. But hear me now. I did not create you to live quiet in your pain, hidden in your fear, or buried in shame. I created you to be free. I created you to rise up. I created you to be a voice in the wilderness, a light in the darkness, a testimony of my glory. And I am speaking to your spirit right now. It's time to break the silence. The enemy wants you to believe that you're unworthy, that your past disqualifies you, that no one would listen, that you don't matter. But those are lies, and it's time to silence his voice with mine, because I call you chosen. I call you redeemed. I call you set apart. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You are not the label they gave you. You are not defined by the worst chapter of your life. You are defined by my love, and my love declares that you are free, free from fear, free from shame, free from everything that tried to keep you quiet, small, and afraid. I didn't call you to blend in. I called you to stand out. I didn't call you to stay hidden. I called you to speak. I didn't save you so you could live in chains. I saved you so you could help others break theirs. You've been silent for too long. Silent about your pain. Silent about your faith. Silent about the miracles I've done in your life. But the world needs your voice. Someone is waiting on the other side of your obedience. Someone is waiting to hear your story so they know they're not alone. Someone is drowning in the very storm I pulled you out of, and your voice could be their lifeline. You think your story is too messy, too broken, too unimportant, but I use broken vessels to pour out the purest oil. I use messy stories to reveal my mercy. I use people like you to show the world who I really am. So today, I'm stirring your spirit. I'm reigniting your fire. I'm removing the muzzle the enemy tried to place on your mouth. Your voice matters. Your worship matters. Your truth matters. And when you open your mouth, demons tremble. Darkness flees. Chains begin to break. Not because of who you are, but because of who lives inside of you. You don't need a platform. You don't need a title. You just need to open your mouth in faith. Speak when I say speak. Declare what I've shown you. Proclaim my promises even when your voice shakes, because there is power in your testimony. There is authority in your words. And when you speak, heaven backs you. The enemy wanted to keep you silent because he couldn't stop your calling. He couldn't take your purpose, so he tried to convince you to stay quiet. But I'm breaking that lie right now. You are a mouthpiece for my kingdom. You are a warrior, not a whisper. You are bold, not broken. You are rising, not retreating. This is your time, not tomorrow. Now speak truth, speak life, speak freedom. You've been set free. Now go and set others free. This is not the time to shrink back. This is the time to stand, to declare my word with fire, to speak with authority, to walk with the boldness of someone who knows their Father is the King of Kings. I didn't bring you through everything just so you could stay silent. I brought you through it so you could speak life into others, so you could shine with a freedom that only I can give. The enemy wants you silent, but I want you free. So lift your head, open your mouth. Let the world hear what I've done in your life. Because your voice is about to set captives free. You've been silent because of fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear that your voice doesn't matter. But fear is not your master anymore. I am. And where my spirit is, there is freedom. I didn't give you a spirit of fear. I gave you power, love, and a sound mind. That means you are capable, you are called, you are qualified. The enemy may have tried to bury you, but I planted you. And now it's time to rise, to speak, to move in boldness, not because you feel ready, but because I said go. Your obedience will unlock healing. Your words will carry anointing. Your faith will awaken others. I will fill your mouths when you open it in surrender. I will strengthen your heart when you speak with courage. I will cover you, protect you, and walk with you as you step into the boldness I created you for. The time for silence is over. The time for hiding is done. This is your season to roar, to speak my name with fire, to share your testimony without shame, to worship in spirit and in truth. When you choose faith over fear, darkness loses its grip. That's why he's tried to wear you down with shame. That's why he's tried to convince you that no one cares, that your voice doesn't matter, that your past disqualifies your future. But listen to me now. The enemy wants you silent, but I want you free. I didn't create you to hide in fear. I didn't breathe life into you so you would shrink under the weight of lies. I created you to rise. I called you to speak. I anointed you to bring light into dark places. And I am not asking you to be fearless. I'm asking you to be faithful, even when your voice shakes, even when your past screams louder than your purpose, even when the world tries to mute your message. I am still the one who placed my spirit inside of you. I am still the one who called you out by name, and I am still the one who fights for you, even when you feel too weak to fight for yourself. The enemy wants you bound by guilt, but I have declared you forgiven. He wants you trapped in your mind, reliving every failure, every regret. But I have already thrown your sins as far as the east is from the west. He wants you to feel unworthy of my calling, but I don't choose the qualified. I qualify the chosen, and you are chosen. You are not too broken to be used. You are not too far gone to be healed. You are not too weak to carry purpose. In fact, it's your weakness that makes room for my strength. You don't need to speak perfectly. You don't need to perform. You just need to show up, to open your mouth, to tell your story, because every time you speak life, chains break. Every time you declare my truth, demons flee. Every time you stand in faith, heaven moves. You've been quiet because you've been afraid. You've been silent because the lies have been loud. But I'm calling you out of hiding now. I'm calling you out of fear and into freedom. I'm calling you to remember who you are, not who the world said you were, not who your past tried to shape you into, not who the enemy labeled you as, but who I say you are. You are redeemed, you are called, you are equipped, you are filled with my spirit, and you are free. And where my spirit is, there is freedom. Freedom from shame, freedom from fear, freedom from doubt, freedom from every voice that tried to silence your purpose. You are not voiceless. You are powerful. The enemy knows your voice is a weapon. That's why he's tried so hard to silence it. But I say, speak anyway, pray anyway, worship anyway, share your story anyway, stand up even when it's uncomfortable, declare truth even when you feel unworthy. Because when you move in obedience, I move through you, and what you release in faith will ripple through generations. You may not see the impact right away, but your voice is planting seeds, seeds of healing, seeds of hope, seeds of revival. And I promise you, every word, every act of courage, every moment you choose me over fear will not return void. So don't hold back any longer. This world needs your voice, your story, your fire, your truth. Not the edited, filtered version, but the raw, real, redeemed version. The version that knows what it means to be lost and found, broken and healed, silent and now set free. Because your freedom isn't just for you, it's for everyone connected to your obedience. I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking for surrender. I'm asking you to believe that when I said you were called, I meant it. When I said you were free, it was final. When I said I would never leave you, that promise still stands. The enemy wants you silent, but I want you free. Free to speak, free to love, free to lead, free to shine, free to become everything I created you to be. So step into the boldness I've placed inside of you. Let your voice rise again. Let your story breathe. Let your life declare that I'm still the God who sets captives free. You are not a victim. You are a vessel. You are not a prisoner. You are a warrior. And this is your moment. Rise, my child. Speak, move, shine. Because I didn't set you free to stay silent. I set you free to change the world. I see the battles you've been fighting, the ones no one else knows about, the ones behind closed doors, behind forced smiles, behind quiet moments when the world isn't watching. I see the weight you carry on your chest, the thoughts that keep you awake at night, the guilt that eats away at your joy. You've been struggling in silence, hoping no one notices, praying someone understands. But I want you to know, I do. I know exactly what you're battling in secret, and I still love you, not less, not from a distance, not with conditions. I love you fully, right now, right in the middle of the war. I see the part of you that tries to stay strong for everyone else while quietly breaking inside. I see the habits you're ashamed of, the temptations you keep falling into, the thoughts you wish you could erase. I see the anger you hold back, the fear you try to silence, the loneliness you try to numb. And still, my love for you has not changed. You've convinced yourself that if people really knew what you were dealing with, they'd walk away. That if they saw the real you, the tired you, the hurting you, the weak you, they'd turn their back. But I'm not people. I'm your father. I knew every struggle you would face before you ever took your first breath, and yet I chose to breathe life into you anyway. I didn't create you expecting perfection. I created you knowing you'd need grace. I knew you would wrestle with the dark. I knew you would stumble. I knew there would be moments you'd feel like giving up. And that's exactly why I gave you me. You were never meant to carry it all alone. You were never meant to battle in silence. I'm not intimidated by what you're going through. I'm not disgusted by your weakness. I'm not disappointed in your struggle. I'm here to walk with you through it. You don't need to hide from me. You don't need to pretend everything's okay when it's not. Bring me your burdens. Bring me the mess. Bring me the parts of you that feel unlovable. I already know, and still, I still choose you. I still call you mine. I still believe in the purpose I placed inside of you. I still have plans to give you hope and a future. You don't have to clean yourself up to come to me. Come as you are, broken, tired, confused, and watch what I'll do with your honesty. I don't bless perfection. I bless surrender. I don't respond to performance. I respond to your heart. And right now, your heart is weary, your spirit is heavy, and I am here to remind you, you are not alone in this. The enemy wants you to suffer in silence. He wants you to believe you're too far gone, too dirty, too stuck. But my truth is louder than his lies. I am the God who restores. I am the one who breaks chains. I am the one who takes what was meant to destroy you and turns it into a testimony that sets others free. Your secret battles don't scare me. They're not your end. They're the place where my love begins to shine the brightest. I want to heal you, not just the part the world sees, but the wounds you've hidden for far too long, the pain you never talk about, the addiction you keep trying to defeat, the shame you keep trying to bury. Let me in, not just into your church life, your Sunday self, your surface-level prayers, all of you. I want the raw, the broken, the real, because I can't heal what you won't bring to me. But if you bring it, I will redeem it. I will restore your joy. I will renew your mind. I will rebuild what you thought was too far gone. This message is not to condemn you. It's to call you home. It's to tell you that even in the middle of your secret battles, I still love you. And nothing will ever change that. Not your worst day, not your darkest thought, not your deepest sin. My love is constant. My grace is enough. My arms are open. You don't have to fight alone anymore. Let me fight for you. Let me lift the weight you've been carrying. Let me remind you of who you are, not what you've done. You are loved. You are seen. You are not alone. And no matter what you're battling in secret, I still love you. Always. Completely. Forever. You have prayed. You have waited. And yet the silence feels heavy on your heart. But today, I want to reveal to you why I am quiet in this season. My silence does not mean absence. I have never left you. I am closer than ever, watching over you, guiding you, strengthening you, even when you don't feel it. The silence is not a punishment. It is preparation. In the quiet moments, I am building your faith. I am teaching you to trust me, not just when you hear me, but when you must walk by faith and not by sight. The silence is where your roots grow deeper, where your dependence on me is refined. I am training your heart to rest in me, even when my answers are not immediate. I am also protecting you in the silence. There are things you cannot yet see, situations I am aligning, and doors I am preparing to open. The timing is not yet right, but it will be. My delays are not denials. They are part of my divine plan to bless you beyond what you expect. You have asked, "Why don't I hear you, Lord?" And I say to you, listen closely in the stillness. It is in the quiet moments that I'm working on your behalf, building the endurance, patience, and character you will need for the blessings ahead. The silence is also a time of deep transformation. I'm molding you, purifying your heart, drawing you closer to me. In the noise, it is easy to rely on your own understanding, but in the silence, you are invited to fully lean on me. My child, do not be discouraged by this season. I am still here. I am still listening. I am still working. Even when I am silent, my love for you has not changed. My promises are still true. And when the time is right, when your heart is ready, when the pieces are perfectly aligned, I will speak clearly again, and you will see the fullness of what I have been preparing for you. If this message touched your heart, don't let it end here. Support this mission by becoming a member or making a donation using the links below. Together, we're spreading God's word and changing lives, one soul at a time. May God bless you abundantly.